Mm-mm-mm. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. This episode gave me everything I needed and more. Only thing that pissed me off was that dumbass Sonny and Nina scene. It was so dumb. I'm like, absolutely not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. That foolishness that they were sitting there talking, like Nina talking about, oh, if I could change things, I wouldn't. No, you wouldn't have. I don't want to hear that shit come out of her mouth or Sonny's because that's a lie. They had every opportunity to change things. They didn't want to. That's just what it was. And then they ended up kissing in bed together. I was pissed. I said, really, Sonny? All he did was prove Carly's point the entire time. Because every time he said, oh, if I could change what happened in Nixon Falls, I would. And Carly wasn't never buying it. Because she knew he wouldn't change nothing. She knew it. And I'm glad Carly walked in on it. She needed to see that. Because you know what? I think that's the closure for this marriage that she needed. You know what I mean? It's not that she didn't want to work on her marriage, because she did, but his grand gesture was not going to fix their problems. And she knew it. Everybody knew it. Hell, we all knew it. It wasn't going to fix the problem because that's not their problem. Romance was never the issue. You can't have a marriage with three people in it. And Nina was the constant in their marriage lately. So there was no way Carly was coming home. Absolutely not. But I'm glad Carly seen that shit. Because you know what? When she walked in on them in bed, I was like, if it was me, I would have burnt that fucking bed to the ground. I would have burnt that whole boat to the ground. It would have been a wait until exhale moment up in that bitch. I'm just saying, it would have been, listen, that stateroom would have been a mess. It would have been some people getting slapped, punched, kicked, just get the hell beat out of them. I'm telling you. But you know what? If I was Carly, honestly, you know what Carly should do? She should just go on home, go to Sonny house, get the rest of her things, go upstairs in his closet, get all his custom made suits and all that he like, bleach them, put some bleach on them, cut them up, leave them right on in there in the living room for him when he get home. That's what she should do. Put on some Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? Just have put on some Mary J. Blige, get her some red wine, and cut his shit up and bleach it. That's what she should do. That's what she should do. It'll make her feel better. For the moment, it'll make her feel better. But you know what? She should see this as a blessing in disguise in a way. I mean, nobody wants to go through a divorce, but it's a blessing because you know what? He's now Nina's problem. Let him be Nina's issue now. Let's see how she can handle it. You know what I'm saying? All the mob stuff, the shootouts and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Guards in and out and all that mess. All the stuff that Carly had to deal with throughout the years with him. Let's see if Miss Nina can deal with him now. He's her problem. If I was Carly, I'll stand there in that doorway and just, he's all yours. I would even take the ring off, throw it at her, and say, "There you go. You can have that too, because I don't want that." You know what I mean? That's what I would be doing. I would be in bliss. Go ahead and file that divorce. Get whatever majority custody that you want to get at Lil Donna. Call it a day. Walk away clean, but not totally clean, because I would get the best attorney I can find. I would clean his ass out financially. I mean, how long were they married? Remarried? This is their 7th year of being remarried. Yeah, so I would say she's entitled to whatever he bought, or whatever money or assets he made during the course of that marriage, because they did not have a prenuptial agreement when they got married in 2015. So therefore, she would be entitled to whatever he purchased throughout the marriage. That's community property. So Charlie's bar, that's community property because he bought it during the marriage. Whatever money he made throughout the years, she should be entitled to 50% of that. So yeah, she can walk away good. I mean, don't get me wrong, Carly got her own money, but I would take the shit just off principle. I would take it off principle. Nope. Listen. I would tell that judge, listen, I want me another $4 million just for pain and suffering because I had to deal with his bullshit the last 7 years. I would get mine if I was Carly. I ain't even about to front you. I would go up in that divorce court just happy as all get out because I'm about to get broke off. I would get my money. I would take I'll take 50% of Charlie's just because I want it. I don't need it. I'll take it. That's what I would do. Get yours. Nope. That's what she ought to do. Go ahead and get yours. Um, but it's gonna be some big mess coming out of this though. Because you wait till Michael and Christina, everybody else hear about this. Wait till the rest of the family hear about this. You know they all gonna have something to say. Oh, they gonna weigh in. It ain't gonna be nothing pretty. So I hope Sonny and Nina are ready for the blowback on this. Cause Sonny talking about, oh, we just need to deal with the consequences. Oh, you're about to. You are about to deal with them. Cause I'm pretty sure he gonna get fed up and he gonna listen to all his kids and everybody that got something to say about it. He gonna have to hear them. He ain't gonna have no choice. Cause you know Michael ain't gonna be cool about Nina, him and Nina. Hell no. No. I would be shocked if the family was cool about it, but I don't believe that's gonna be the case. Dante might not give a damn too much, but the rest of the family, okay. Um, so anyway, moving on from that. So pretty much everybody's going crazy. Mac is still in surgery right now. Everybody going crazy once they hear the news of Peter's escape and the baby being missing. It's a cluster right now. Everybody running around with their head chopped off trying to put out APBs and figure it out. Carly was at the hospital checking on Dante or whatever. He ain't got no concussion, thank God. Um, Dante was ready to get on up out of that hospital. He said, "Listen, once he got that call from Chase about the baby being missing, he was ready to go. He said, listen, he called his mother and said, listen, you need to check on BLQ. I gotta go. I'm about to head over there. I got shit to do. Um, of course, like I said, Carly was there checking on him and stuff. When Carly heard about everything that was going on, of course, Carly started yelling at Anna, talking about, oh, Jason warned you about this. He warned you about Peter. Carly, now is not the time for this shit right now, woman. Now is not the time to be going around saying, oh, we warned you. Jason warned you. We this, we that. Shut up. We ain't got time for that right now. We got a missing child and a lunatic on the loose. We ain't got time for your shenanigans. Um, at the end of the day, okay, who cares that Jason warned them about Peter? He didn't tell them anything that they didn't already know. You know what I mean? I do feel like they should have had a convoy or something when they was transporting Peter. I feel like they definitely should have had that because that was ridiculous. So at this point, Maxie had no choice but to come clean with people about what's really going on with that child. So of course she had to tell Felicia and Robert about it, but Austin decided to fill them in further on the details. Um, Robert was like, he told Felicia, he was like, listen, that daughter of yours, he said, she brilliant. That plan of hers was genius. I do agree because it did work for a while. I mean, I wasn't keen on that plan from the beginning because it was a lot of loose ends to it. But Maxie and BLQ made it work. Even when things were on shaky ground, they still held on for a little while longer with it. So I got to give them props to that. It was a crazy scheme, but it worked for quite a while. I just wish that she would have filled her family in a lot sooner about this plan. I think it would have been better. But thank God too that Mac done made it out of surgery. He made it out the hard part. He still got long recovery, but he made it out. Thank God. But yeah, then Ned shows up at the beach house or whatever, blasting, chasing BLQ or whatever, talking about, oh, y'all shouldn't have moved out of the mansion. You moved to the beach house with no security. I'm like, Ned, just like Carly, we ain't got time for the blame game right now. We got a missing child. We ain't got time for this. I understand he's upset, but it's like, calm down. What's done is done. And my whole thing is, I do agree. I mean, they did move to the beach house with no security, but I'm like, what security was at the mansion? They didn't really have security at the mansion either. Because remember, Julian, before he died, broke into the mansion and stuff, and, he knocked Monica unconscious. Where was security then? You know what I'm saying? Like, people easily getting in and out of these homes without any type of security team or a security system. For rich people, I'm like, listen, if I had the money that they all had, my house would be like Fort Knox. Like, you hear me? Technology all over, just high beams, all type of stuff. Just no electric fence, Rottweilers. It would have been on and popping up in mine. I don't know how rich people got all this stuff and their houses are not secure. I'm like, absolutely not. Um, But Dante and Ned had that what the hell look on their face when Maxie came in and told the truth about Bailey really being Louise. She had that. They all had that look on their face, like, "What the hell is you talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, she about to tell you what she talking about in a minute." Um, Peter sitting here, in the van or in the car or whatever, talking to little Louise, talking about how he not a monster or whatever. Yes, you are. You're a degenerate. Uh, And Peter, I gotta give it to him. As much as I don't like Peter like that, he is a smart villain. I give him that. He found Victor's tracking device on the car and stuff, and he told Victor, he was like, "Listen, I need your help." He said, "I need one more favor from you before I tell you anything about Drew. I need you to safely get me the hell out of Port Charles." Victor would be a dumb ass. I'm like, he already dumb anyway for even assisting Peter to begin with. Like, you cannot trust him because every time Peter tries to tell him, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you about Drew. I'm gonna tell you about Drew," he's not gonna tell you nothing until he gets what he wants, and he's gonna dangle that carrot in front of Victor every time, and Victor's dumb enough to keep falling for it. Like, he's not gonna tell you anything about Drew until he literally needs nothing from you anymore. Um, because Victor at this point feels like Peter is of no use to him anymore. I'm like, yeah, well, as long as he got information for you, he's gonna be of use. You gonna need him. Um, Victor's just a fool. I'm like, dog, you cannot trust him. You cannot. And Victor continuously do business with him. That's a fool. Like, I felt bad for BLQ though, man, because that him taking that baby hit her hard. She could not bring herself to call Maxie and tell Maxie what happened. That's how, like, she was just shook up. Like, to the point where she was having a panic attack and stuff like that. Like, she just was losing it. And I don't blame her. She really tried her best to look after that child, and I feel like, what, she did a good job. I feel like that baby changed BLQ for the better, because remember how she was before. So I think the baby did wonders for her, but I felt bad for her because you could see how visibly shaken up she was about losing that child. But in the future, though, they do need to get better security in the future. I'm gonna put that out there. They got too much money not to have that good security system and good security guards. They can afford it. Get you some better security. Like, this man in and out of the home and stuff without y'all knowing about it. Like, they didn't hear the baby make noise, nothing. That's crazy. And it was like they were downstairs talking, so it's not like they had no music playing or no noise, and they got the baby monitor. So I'm like, how did y'all not hear anything? Like, nothing. The baby making no type of little noises or nothing. That's odd. I'm like, okay. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.